Who's to know what happens when the world ends?
It's March 5th. I just accepted my offer. I'm so excited. I'm moving to LA! After finishing out this current lease that I have, I genuinely thought that I wouldn't really get to move back to Los Angeles. Like, I literally just went out this weekend and bought plants, as you saw in the last vlog. And now I'm leaving. What do I do with my plants? I just bought 3 of them. They were like $100. Now is a better time than ever to give you the house tour. A messy house tour, I guess. As of March 5th, I did film a morning house tour months ago, but I have reconfigured the house and now there's plants, so let's do a little walk around. We are at my doorway. It opens up straight to a coat closet that's actually pretty spacious and has built-in shelving, and then my bathroom, which is definitely, it's not that much of a mess, but I feel like it's always a mess if my hair curler is out. Sorry, it's a little dark in here, but you get the idea. And then we see my in-unit washer dryer. I'm gonna miss this the most because I know it's so hard to come by in LA. I didn't even have this when I lived there before. And then my little mini desk area. Honestly, I just kind of have this area to put all my extra stuff, like my current coat rotation, my storage for air filter or purifier, and then AC, and then just all of my paperwork stuff is hidden somewhere in there and in the under section of my desk. But I do love this corner because it has a stellar view when I am sitting and working. And then over here is my kitchen. Oh my gosh, the light just looks so good. I love the spring sunlight through my house. My kitchen space is very small. I do all of my food prep right here, and then sometimes here if it's like more extensive. My Our-Place pan is actually burnt, and so it's just kind of like a piece for my kitchen because I cannot get that out from when I made banseo and I forgot to turn off the stove. I use this as storage, everything. The storage is enormous. I love that, but I can't reach everything, which I guess isn't like a huge deal, but would be nice. And then here is my miscellaneous sauce, ramen, etc. This place has so much storage, and I'm so glad that like the storage goes up to the ceiling. This is a little scary though. This is part of the walkway. Here is my entrance. And then I love this shelf. It's kind of empty right now, but I usually have like all my cups and everything in here, and it's super nice and fun for when I have guests over. And then here's my living room. I am so proud of this space that I've put together. It's kind of open now because I just rotated my coffee table. So now the walkway is super easy to go upstairs, as well as like the sitting conversation area for when I have guests. I test drove it a couple weeks back when the girls were in town, and everybody just like sat in a circle around the couch, and it's super sweet and fun. There's like one cushion, but I do love my Wasley chairs to kind of, you know, balance out the seating space. And then I have my IKEA media console that I built all by myself. I love her. I have so many storage crates in there, as you can see, and it's done me very well. A lot of people don't like this media console because the magnets aren't very good, but I think maybe it's just because I haven't filled it with like really heavy stuff, but it hasn't really opened itself, like unmagnetized itself that frequently. This is just a table that came with my Wasley chair. I don't really know what to do with it, so it just kind of holds my sparkling water and digicam stuff. And then my bar cart. I love my bar cart. This was my greatest Facebook Marketplace find. One of the wheels is actually broken, but it doesn't matter because who's actually rolling their bar cart around? I love it. I actually ran out of alcohol very recently and I was like, yay, not drinking anymore, love it. But then my friends were like, but your bar cart looks so good stocked. So they restocked it for me, and they're correct. It looks really great stocked. So shout out to them. And then this is my view of Lake Union. It's much better upstairs, but it's still so gorgeous. I have a view into the alleyway, and it is just so beautiful. I have my Smeesky collection right up here. They're so cute. I have a couple sitting around just because they don't fit on this thing here. And then my original series, Sunny Angels, live right by my door. I have 3 doors to this apartment. This is the Juliet, and it overlooks the alleyway, which is not the best, but it's really great for dropping off items. Sometimes my brother asks me to drop something down here, and he'll just be at the bottom of the alleyway to catch it for me. And then here is the view from looking up. The space looks so big when I saw it on apartments.com, and now I realize it's not that big. Makes sense, it's 500 square feet, which is the crazy part. Now we head upstairs. This is my sleeping area. Didn't even bother making my bed or anything. Well, it's like half made. I like tossed it together just because I don't like coming home to a mess. I literally just got back from work. And then my side table, Hot Girl side table, has Vaseline and Tums and pens ready to journal. And then here is the view of the downstairs. I love this apartment space. It is just everything I've ever wanted. And then now we head towards the patio. I have my IKEA mirror right here. I think it's really cool for 0.5 selfies. Just getting the whole railing and space behind me. And here is the further view of the bed space. It's pretty compact. I have my closet right here with literally everything I owned, heavily, like, not curated, but organized, like tank tops, sweaters, pants, miscellaneous that didn't fit in these, and then shirts. Definitely need to add more color into my wardrobe, but maybe that's for when I move. And then everything is so neatly folded down here for the same reasons. And then now we move and get the view. This is what my dreams are made of. This is what made me sign this lease. I can't get enough of this view. I have, honestly, standing here and looking at it, I don't know how I feel about moving to LA, but I know that today is an exception because it's gorgeous outside. And so here's the view downwards. I love this space. I will say this railing is a little spooky. I am just standing over my own kitchen, but that's okay. And then I have a full patio to myself, shared with my neighbors next door. I don't have any furniture because I was not sure how long I would stay here, and I couldn't decide on the style of furniture. But you can really see into my apartment from here. And then the view. The air just feels so good out here. I love it. But yeah, that's my apartment. It feels so bittersweet. I genuinely, after 15 months of being here, I thought that I would end up here, and because of it, I just kind of stopped hoping for LA. I would say like, oh yeah, I want to move back, all these things. But I stopped believing it because I started getting jobs here, I started getting calls for gigs here, and I got so much tighter with my friends and everything, and now it's happening. It feels like the universe is like too abundant right now, and I'm not gonna cry. It's crazy. It's Sunday. I literally just left for the gym, but the entire road that like takes me to my gym is closed today for, I think, a marathon. And so I just drove home. I just took out my recycling, and I think I'm gonna clean my house and go on a long walk. So I'll take you with me. This has been a very underwhelming weekend, and I love it. Okay, we are about to go to the Ballard Market. I put together this fit. I feel like I want to try something new where on Sundays I wear like a cute skirt so it's not the same vibe all the time, because I am very much a denim girly. But I don't know. That was kind of dark, so I'll take a step back here. Okay, I'm gonna save the croissant for me and Max to try together, but I will have this cookie on camera because it just sounds so good. I've never had a cookie from Mount Bakery, actually. It's like crunchy on the outside and chewy on the inside. Wow. It's like the perfect ratio of ginger, cinnamon, molasses. These are really hard cookies to make. At least for me, I make these every Christmas and it never turns out right. Wow. Okay, we are here. We are gonna test drive his car. He's just leaving me out there. This guy is stoked to sell his car. We are test driving him. It's gonna be great. Oh wow.
Mumbly.
Low service at 60, 69. Then
Yeah, this is crazy. There he goes. It's slower. It says Sport Edition. We can make race at home.
The sign fell over.
Oh. Going to happy hour with Tim. More celebrating now that we've had new job updates again. Let's go. I should be off fan. It's a beautiful day outside, but I have a 5 p.m. meeting that I must take. Freelance things. Hello. It's March 8th. I'm gonna send my offer letter. I think I should tour apartments in person.
That'd be cool. But you don't have to. Do you know anybody down there?
I know everyone down there.
Do you know anybody down there?
Oh. Do you want to just go home? There you go. We're gonna run at the dealership. I just signed my offer letter, so it's happening. I'm leaving, and then I asked to tour the apartment that I saw this morning that Brandy sent me. It's enormous. It's 900 square feet. It's a 1930s building, Art Deco vibe, original sconces, like, and parking. I didn't even realize like what off street meant until Fran read it over for me. But if I get that apartment, it's way out of budget, but I will make the budget because technically it's less than 30% of my income, so I can afford it. I was just kind of hoping to be able to save, but if I don't get that apartment, I do have an alternative in mind.
Oh my god. Huh?
We're here to get a car.
To look at car.
We're getting a car.
I don't know about that.
No?
This is a 2020.
There's a camera here. Oh. Look at this blue! Prettiest blue ever!
No, it is not. The taillights on that are crazy. They're pretty ugly, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's 4-wheel drive. Actually, these are both 4-wheel drive. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Look at the exhaust pipes. That does nothing. Upgrade.
Yeah. Okay, we got Taco Bell. I don't know how.
This and it's 100% cheese. I'll
Dude,
immediately
I gotta like.
shit all over.
Wait, can you get my crunch wrap for me? Can you get out that way? Can you get out that way? Is there a light that way actually? Woo! Thank you.
Oh my god.
First meal of the day, baby.
Serving it up Gary's way. And if I don't love it, I don't swallow. That's why he's so skinny.
He doesn't love anything.
Thoughts? Thought daughter or gay son? Thoughts?
Why not both? Hello, it is Sunday, I think March 10th. I literally have a day to send in my notice to vacate. I'm so stressed. We are 20 days from having to leave this apartment. I have literally one day to figure out if I want to stay here through April, or like keep the lease through April. This is hard, this is so hard. But we gotta push through. Today we are going to Bellingham. I'm going with Tim to get brunch with the kids, my cousins Jamie, Jimmy, and hopefully Adam. I think he's in town still. And we are going to my favorite brunch place, Mount Bakery, and I'm really excited. I'm just trying to cross off like everybody I need to see as soon as possible so I can try to see them multiple times before I have to go. And this is like, unfortunately, right before Dead Week, but I will hopefully see everybody today, and then again right before spring break, or like right in the beginning of spring break. Let's go. Still waiting for Tim. Yeah. I'm so hungry. Alright, an hour and a half later, we are in Bellingham. We got Jimmy and we are finally going to go eat. I'm so hungry. Adam got us a seat. I'm so shocked. Oh. Let's roll. Okay. This is great. Jamie's bringing Henry. They're running a little late, so we'll see them when we see them. But excited! Okay, they have the best waffles on Benedict. For Benedict's?
Are you guys just spending the whole day in Bellingham?
God, no. The whole house ordered bennies because they were out of waffle, or well, they were out of lemon curd and the French toast. It's like a croissant French toast. I guess we will be back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was good. Yeah. He put me as
It was so funny. Like they were heckling the other teams. It was so funny. That's so nice. You guys didn't use like.
It's windy and cold, but we are on a mission to Camber.
I gotta go and see it and finally touch it.
Alright, Camber just closed. We got the last drinks on the table. Jimmy got the Biscoff latte. Oh, that's good.
It's like
Oh,
a very
it's not too sweet too. Oh,
It's good.
okay. I got the butterscotch coffee latte. That's good. It's caramely. It's like what you hope the caramel ribbon crunch would have been from Starbucks.
That's kind of dangerous.
That's good. That's kind of dangerous. Some white people shit. It's March 11th. 9-ish p.m. I just put in my notice to vacate. I haven't even secured an apartment. I haven't even gone through the background check for work, but I did it. I still need to put in my 2 weeks for my job, but oh my god. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I have such cold feet right now about this, and I'm just telling myself to trust the process, because once I get into LA, once I get into the house, whatever house I live in, it will be perfect. Like, nothing has to be perfect, but the fact that I am there, I feel like everything will feel right again. I'm so overwhelmed about leaving. Like, I made a pros and cons list this morning, and I woke up thinking about my pros and cons list, and then I proceeded to write it down. And I know all of the reasons why I wanted to leave, and it's still reasons that I stand by, but it's just so hard. Like, my pros, or like reasons to stay, are not very strong. Besides my apartment. I love this place, and I think the reason why I'm also just so attached to it, besides the fact that it's beautiful, is that I got through a breakup that I didn't think I would be able to. And that is such a hard thing for me to get around, because this apartment was the first apartment where I kind of made my home. I opened it up to a partner, and we spent our days here, our nights here, cooking dinner, doing everything together, catching sunsets on the rooftop. And so it just became mine and his home. And it took so long for it to just be my home again. And now that it is, I don't want it to not be my home, you know? Like, obviously, I can't live in a studio loft forever. I can't be single forever, but also I can't be running around in LA forever. And I'm going to be doing that. I don't know. But my time is definitely up in Seattle. I know it, but it just feels so hard to believe in it, I guess. So I have updates for everything already. On Monday this week, I put in my notice to vacate. I applied for an apartment that I picked out and everything was going good. I was like the top candidate for this apartment because I got all my paperwork in. I like passed the vibe check, everything. And it was my dream apartment, so I was like on it. I was like, this is the one. Like, I was ready to like risk it all to get this apartment. And then the next morning on Tuesday, I received an email saying that my team and my hiring manager is okay with me starting in Seattle, so I could take some time to meet the stakeholders of my company because they are based in Seattle, and so I could like take a little longer to move. So suddenly they're basically, not like literally, but basically asking or like saying that it's okay to stay through April. And so I immediately emailed my property manager and I was like, hey, can I rescind my notice to vacate? And then my possible landlord called me a few times and he was like, you got the apartment, it's all yours. And I was like, hey, my timeline just shifted a little bit. Like April, like end of April works better for me. And he was like, okay, I can do April 15th. And I was like, okay, cool, that actually works for my timeline because I'll be in LA, I can grab the keys and everything. But the problem was he needed a deposit right away as soon as possible. And it was to be overnighted over check. And I asked how much was the deposit, and he goes, first, last, and security. And I was like, first, last, that's already $6,000. The apartment I was looking at was $3,100 per month. I know. But it was my dream apartment, hardwood, restored, everything from 1920. So I was like, I will pay for this because I will be here a long time, all these things. And then, so I was like, whatever, 6K. So I assumed that like security would be like maybe 100. I forgot like LA's like style of security deposit because I got used to Seattle's, which is about like 500 to 1,000. It was not 500 to 1,000. It was another month's rent. So it would have been $9,300 for my deposit overall. After being laid off for 4 months and also making $32 an hour at this new job for another month, I do not have $9,300 lying around. So I was not ready to risk it all after all. And so I was like, hey, like, can I think about this? Here's what my finances are looking like. I will be receiving a sign-on bonus that I was hoping to use for this deposit and just paying rent like first month for my move. I won't be getting that until my first week of work. Like, is that okay? Like, what, like, how urgent is this deposit? Like, I am down to put down a holding. And they were like, no, we need it right away. And then like at 8 p.m. they called me and they were like, so we can do it. We can do first and last, and then we can get security on the day of your lease starting, which is April 15th. And honestly, that's a pretty fair deal. I would have preferred for security to go first and then first and last, but you know, I get it. I really do prefer security first, damn. Especially because like there is a month lead time still, because it's March 13th at this point, and I would be moving in April 15th. Like, putting out $6,000 before moving, getting all my furniture down there and everything, like that is just a lot of money to be fronting in cash. So I gave up the apartment. I will be staying in Seattle through the end of April. I have contacted a realtor, told her my sitch, well, not that part of the sitch, but I told her my current timeline, and all of my specifications for what I'm looking for, and I linked the apartment that I had my eye on, being like, this is exactly my dream apartment. Just so you have a visual. But she also specializes in like Art Deco, 1920s, 30s buildings, so she kind of knows the vibe already, which is amazing. But yeah, so we're staying. I'm gonna fly in for Coachella and then fly back out to come back home here, and then go in the office a few times, and it's gonna be great. I feel a lot more confident in everything going on now, because this gives me a time to just collect my money, because I haven't been able to do that at all since I've been laid off. And like, it's just so nice to have cash. So I get to save a little bit while just keeping my current Seattle rent, and then just being able to see everybody without being in a rush, because this weekend I texted everybody I knew and I was like, hey, I'm leaving. What days are you free? And everybody said the same date, and it was the one date that I had blocked out already. And so I'm really excited to just be able to like see everybody one-on-one, group outings, everything in the next month. I will be like away for Coachella in Mexico with my friends for about 2 weeks, but otherwise everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be great, and I'm really happy to have just a little bit extra time to like be with my people and figure things out as everything is happening. And also, like, I highly prefer getting comfortable in a job before a big move, which is what I've done previously for my last 3 jobs. Yeah, so that's the update.